A lot of people interested in these organs, so it'd be easier for me just to walk through here right quick and show everybody what I've got. This right here is a 1959 Hammond B3. I've replaced the felts in the keyboards. I have replaced some of the capacitors in the amplifier, put in new good tubes. But this organ here came out of a home. It's in near mint condition. It's $6,000 with the matching Leslie. And like I said, I sell these for about half of what the online. I've actually sold several organs to the online stores because I find them cheap and fix them, and then they buy them from me and double their money on them. But I'd rather sell them just to individuals. But anyway, that's a very, very nice B3 out of a home. This right here is an A100, which is identical to a B3 except for the cabinetry. And it will be $2,500 with the Leslie. It also came out of a home. Right here is a 1968 C3. B3s, C3s, and A100s are all the same thing, just the cabinets are different. This is a 68 C3 in a very good condition. The top of the bench is a little bit faded from the sun, but it would be $3,500 with the Leslie. Right here is a very rare blonde C3. There weren't many of these made, and none of these are hooked up. I'm still kind of servicing them and working on them. But this blonde C3, I've done a complete rebuild on it electronically because the electronics did not age well on it. But it's a very cool looking organ if you like that retro look. It'll also be $3,500 with the Leslie. This is a really nice little organ here. This is called a Hammond A205. It's actually a newer digital Hammond built in about 2000. It sold for $12,000 new around 2000, 2001. I'm selling it with the Leslie for $3,000. Then right here is the Mac Daddy of them all. This is Hammond's new. Hammond started making the B3s again in 2003. This is a 2006 model that was never purchased. I bought it from a music store that had shut down. And so it still had I've still got the price tag. It was hanging around this for $28,000. And I thought about being a dealer several years ago, and so I got a price list. The dealer cost on this new B3 right here is $12,000. I'm selling this with the Leslie for $9,000. It looks identical to the old B3. It's got a pull-out thing here where you can do transpose, and you can add reverb and all kinds of things. But this B3, like I said, sold new for $28,000 in the store. Dealer cost $12,000. I'm selling it for $9,000 with the Leslie. Now, any of these organs you see can have a Leslie simulator put in them. That's what we use on ours at our church. And it's just a little box that I mount in the back of the organ, and you plug it directly into the PA system just like you do a keyboard. And it sounds identical to a Leslie. And the price would be the same whether you have an actual Leslie or if you want the Leslie simulator, because the Leslie simulators are very expensive and I have to install them. But, you know, for a church, it's really a good option because if you've got a Leslie, you've got to mic it and put it in the right place and all that kind of stuff. But some people just prefer the Leslies, which they are nice to have sitting right beside you. But the simulators are actually more practical for a church setting because you can, like I said, you can plug them directly in just like a keyboard, and it sounds identical to a Leslie. That's what I do on the road with my road organ and then with our church organ. The organ I use at church and on the road is one of these new B3s here. We've got one of these for the road and for our church. Except our one at church, we've got it in a custom black cabinet to match the piano. But anyway, that kind of gives you a rundown of what I've got and the pricing on everything. But everything here is literally about half of what you would pay online. And my organs are serviced as good or better probably than those online. So if you have any questions about any particular organ, just let me know and I'll give you more information.